Welcome back. I've thoroughly enjoyed the contributions that you've made. I understand many worries, many insecurities, personal insecurities, work-related insecurities, emotional insecurities. Yeah, it's normal. It's as it is, as it should be. And then you have your yearnings, your desires for centeredness, for calm, for peace, desires to know that your future is taken care of. All very good desires to have, very normal desires to have as human beings. So let's see what we mean when we say to be centered. What does it mean to remain centered in the midst of complications, changes, and perceived chaos? Being centered is being in tune with yourself and in tune with the divine, the source, God, the creator that is in us. It is to be present in the moment, to be joyful, to be peaceful, no matter what is happening around us. You know, very often we live in the past. We keep playing that same old CD from the past. Or we worry about the future. What will happen? What will come of my children, of myself, of my relationship? And therefore we are robbed of the joys of the moment. We are robbed of the present. So to be centered is basically to be present in the moment and to be in that state of joy and peace, no matter what is happening around. So when things are not going according to our desires, it is easy for us to get off balance. We are humans. It happens to all of us. It is easy for us to lose our center. Since last year, 2020, many of us have realized that the plans we set at the beginning of 2020 would have to be adjusted, and in some instances would have to change completely. Since the outbreak of the virus and its repercussions on the economy, many have been entertaining fears about their health, their financial situation, their employment situation. Still others have had to navigate new territory of working from home, of having their children study from home whilst they go to work. It is a whole new conundrum that has become our reality. The more we resist and rebel against this reality, by worrying, by complaining, the reality becomes more blatant, more real, and more pronounced. So how can we live in this new reality and keep our joy and keep our center? So I would like to share with you today a few strategies that I've been using, that I believe many others have been using, that we can make use of for us to remain centered in this reality. Sorry, I'm just also playing on my laptop because my notes are there on my laptop. Don't worry, we will get there. We will have the perfect online workshop one day. This I promise you. What COVID has taught me to sit down and hone my skills to do things differently. And you will too. So our first strategy is acceptance. Acceptance is one strategy that we can use to deal with difficult situations that are not aligned with our desires. The famous statement, "It is what it is," will allow us to detach from anxieties about the present. The moment we enter a state of acceptance, a flood of relief washes our psyche, releasing all the mental and physical stress as we let go and let God. So when you are feeling threatened by the possibility of the loss of your employment, threatened by the increasing cost of living, feeling distant and cut off from your family and friends, catch yourself before the panic sets in. Simply place your palm on your heart, and I'll show you. So you place your palm on your heart and you breathe deeply. And you repeat to yourself, it is what it is, all is well. It is what it is, all is well. It is what it is, all is well. And for those of you who have Reiki, who have been attuned to Reiki, you can pass Reiki through your palm into your heart. What this exercise will do, it will calm you down. It will allow the energy of love from your heart center to move to your mind, to your thoughts. It will love your thoughts, love your mind, and calm it down. So you do it for as long as you need until you feel calm and you feel in a state of acceptance. It is what it is. You may jump, you may scream, you may cry, you may complain all the time. It will not change the situation. You may lose sleep at night. The only thing that will happen, you will get older. You will get wrinkles. Nothing will change. So the first thing to do when we're faced with a situation that is not aligned with our desires is to accept that it is what it is. And then we take steps to deal with it, to see what we can make of that situation. And this is our second strategy, strategy 2. Now, those of you who know me, who followed workshops with me, you will know that I encourage a lot of journaling. I have my journals. I can show you my journals here quickly. My journal, it's called A Beautiful Heart, and I write in it. Yeah, I have another one here, an old one. It's full, this one. Maybe I can just open and so you can see the writings, drawings, all these things in there. So I journal. What journaling is, first of all, is simply writing down your thoughts, writing down your emotions. What it does is bigger than just writing down. What it does, it helps you take everything that's stuck in here, that's troubling you, putting it down so you can see it with your eyes, with fresh eyes, and you can analyze it, and then you can take steps. Sometimes we say we are stressed, we are anxious, we are worried, we have a lot of things, we've lost control, we don't know what is happening in our life. But when we start this process of journaling, writing down things, we realize that we were making a mountain out of a molehill. We realize that we have 2 issues and we can deal with those 2 issues. So that's why I encourage a lot of journaling, a lot of reflection. Keep your journal by your bedside. You may have guessed now, I'm sitting on my bed to record this. So my journals are here on my bedside table. And I write before I go to bed. I write whenever I feel. I don't write every day. Sometimes I write more than other times, but I keep my journal handy. So journaling is part of accepting and dealing with difficult situations. It helps you process what those situations mean to you and how you can overcome them. Journaling is one way to help you reflect and clarify your thoughts. In your journal, write down the different worries or concerns that you have, such as, might lose my job, have lost my job already, my finance is not enough for my family needs, that man, I don't know what he's doing, he's always on his phone, I worry that now that we're stuck at home together, he's keeping in touch somewhere else. All those things that worry you, just write them down. Write them down. So after you've written down the issues of concern to you, acknowledge that this is the situation that you are in now. It is what it is. Now, you've acknowledged, you've accepted, you've jotted down, you've accepted that it is what it is. What are you going to do about it? Sometimes we curl in bed and we hope death will come soon. Usually it doesn't come. Other times we call our friends, we complain, and instead of feeling better, we end up feeling worse, because what we've done, we've agitated that energy. We've increased that energy of fear. Now, what I would advise you to do is this. Ask yourself, what can I do? What steps can I take to deal with that particular situation? Let's say you might lose your job, you work in a company and they've lost a lot of money and they've been talking about redundancy, so you're not sure. There is a possibility that they will have to let you go. So what am I going to do? Start preparing. Maybe you will take out your CV, you will update your CV, you will have a more profound CV with the skills that you have, and you will send your CV to other organizations. Just send them out with the blessings of the Lord, of course, on your CV, and then you send out your CV. You might decide you want to identify new skills that you have, other skills that you have that you haven't used yet, that you can undertake further training in so that you become more marketable. Let's say there's a need for extra cash at home. Let's say someone has already lost the job or you've had a pay cut. What is it that I can do to have more funds at home? So maybe I know how to clean houses. I'm very good at cleaning and I enjoy cleaning. Maybe I can market this skill and clean other people's houses. Maybe I can do gardening for other people. I can give extra lessons to other people. So what are the skills that I have that I can make use of to bring in extra cash? Now, cost of living has risen, but we did not get an increment. What is happening at home? One technique to deal with the situation could be, let's reassess the way we use things at home. Do we drink half a glass of water and then throw the rest away? Do we eat bread, leave our packet of bread outside, and then it rots? Maybe it's better to freeze the bread and toast the bread. Do we cook 2 cups, 3 cups of rice, and then what is left we just throw out? Maybe it's better we keep what is left, and then on the 3rd day we put all together and we make a fried rice. So what is it that we can do to manage our budget better and to curb wastage at home? So whatever problem that you stated at the beginning of your journaling, then have a list of things, possible things that you can do. If you really cannot think of anything, just pray. Ask the divine to give you guidance about what you can do. You can also talk to your friends to get some guidance about what you can do. So, because maybe some people will have some ideas, but send your CV to so-and-so, or you are very good at this particular thing. You are very good at sewing. Maybe you can start sewing, so you can do that as well. But you are basically, what you're doing at the journaling stage, you are digging deep. You are reflecting on who you are, what your assets are that you can make use. And when I say assets, I'm not talking about money in the bank. I'm talking about your skills, your abilities that you have, that you can make use of to improve the quality of your life and to change the situation. So let's move on now and look at step 3, what we can do. After you've jotted down the things that you could do, you've assessed them and you've realized, yes, I could do this. Yeah, I like cleaning people's houses. I can just check in the neighborhood, check with other people who need help, and I can, you know, for some money, I can clean and get some extra cash. Take action. Take action. This is really important. I cannot overemphasize taking action. What we do, and I've been guilty of that as well, draw big plans, big ideas. I can do this, I will do that, but then you close the book and you put it away and you forget about it. And 3 days later, 5 days later, 2 weeks later, you are still anxious. You are still broke. You are still worried about whatever you were worried about in the first place. Once you've identified a course of action, take action. Remain focused. Be disciplined. Yeah, this is it. Now, you will notice when we talked about journaling, we talked about jotting down things that we could do. I didn't say maybe you can go to your neighbor and ask for a loan or ask for sugar, and you know, I didn't encourage dependency on other people. I firstly encourage you to dig deep, to assess and find out what it is that you can do. This is because I believe that we all have innate abilities that we have not tapped into. Earlier, we got that card, creativity, for some of you. We are all creative. We all have something that we can do. Tap into it. One day I will write a book about discovering creativity, because I've been on that journey. You know, when I started work, was getting 2,100 rupees. I had a child. I had loans. By the time I'd paid for my loan, I'd paid for childcare. There was nothing left. So I had to dig deep. And this is when I started giving lessons, private lessons, started helping kids with their homework for 50 rupees, for 100 rupees. And then that was the beginning. And the rest is history. And I've been teaching ever since, part-time, full-time, on the side, you name it. So dig deep, find your passion, find your skills, take action. People will come to support you. People will bless you with buying your service. Like when I first started candle making, some of you people blessed me. My candles were not perfect. I know. They melted like crap. But you blessed me with a purchase. And because you blessed me with your purchase, you encourage me to keep honing my skills, to keep learning, to keep exploring other ingredients or the materials or the ways of doing things. And it keeps getting better. It's not perfect, but it's getting better. And I thank you all. So do the same. Take action and bless each other with buying of their service. Okay, so now we've talked about acceptance. We've talked about clarifying our situation through journaling. We've talked about coming up with possible solutions and taking action. Now I want to talk to you about bringing the divine in everything that you do through prayer and meditation. Prayer and meditation, as you know, are very important for our mental, our emotional, and our spiritual well-being. They help us connect with the divine aspects within ourselves. They bring us clear guidance, they bring us calm, and they bring us peace and joy. So when we talk about prayer, what kind of prayers are we advising you to do? You know the prayers of lamentation. Ah, Seigneur, mon laissa, demande ça, s'il vous plaît, protège-moi, blah, 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 crying and all that. Yeah, there's a place for this prayer when we're a bit desperate. Yeah, we pray, we pour out our heart, we supplicate, and we get answers. We open the hearts of heaven to hear us. A prayer that I want to talk to you about today is a prayer of gratitude, a prayer of thanksgiving. Gratitude is being thankful for all the blessings that you have in your life. The breath that you're taking, the clothes on your body, hair on your head. Some people don't have hair. They've been sick. They've lost their hair. You have hair. You give thanks. Arms, legs, food on the table, children, family, friends, a job. All these are blessings that we have in our life. So prayers of gratitude is to begin to tell God, the divine, the source, the universe, whatever you want to call it, thank you. Thank you for last night. Thank you for this beautiful day and all the beautiful opportunities that I will have. Thank you for my children. Thank you for food. Thank you. I went to work today. I still have a job. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for your presence in my life. Thank you that I am an extension of you. I am your child. Thank you. Thank you for my friend. Thank you for a chair that I can sit on, for a bed, a comfortable bed that I can sleep on. So the more we say thank you, the more we realize how blessed we are. The more we feel good, we feel comforted. So as we enter a state of gratitude, we raise our vibration, feeling good, feeling better, feeling calmer, feeling more comfortable. Our vibration raises, and this opens doors of opportunities for us. We attract other high vibration opportunities. You know, sometimes we are thankful. Thank you, Lord, that there's food on the table. Thank you that I've been able to pay my bills. Thank you that I was able to give a plate of food to my neighbor. I gave 5 rupees to that person by the side of the road. Thank you, you gave it to me so I could share with others. And then we walk down the road and we pick up 100 rupees on the road. So, other doors of opportunities. And don't worry about the person who dropped it. The divine plan is perfectly ordered. There are no accidents. Everything links into each other. You just give thanks. When I get, I say, God, thank you for giving me. Show me where I can sow a seed. Show me how I can help somebody else. And then He shows me how I can help. And then I say thank you, and I say, give me more so I can continue to be a blessing to others. So be prayers of gratitude, prayers of thanksgiving, raises your vibration so you can attract more. And once we've given thanks, we've offered our prayers of gratitude, we can also make our requests known to God. Because in the Bible it says, make your requests known, and it shall be with praise and thanksgiving, and it shall be answered. So we ask, we believe, we have faith that our prayers will be answered and our desires will be manifest. What I do once I ask what I desire, I also ask God to purify my desires, because sometimes my desires may be from an ego point of view. So I ask God to purify my desires and to answer them, please. So you want things that are for your highest good, not things that will destroy you down the line. So always ask God to purify your desires for you. And give thanks as if your prayers have already been answered. So we've talked about prayers. We can now move on to talk about meditation. So a simple meditation that you can do is to focus on your breath. So the breath meditation. This will relax you, will center you, and it will keep you focused on the present. So 10-15 minutes a day, or when you're feeling stressed, focus on your breath and breathe until you're calm, you're centered. But a beautiful meditation that I would like to share with you is mantra meditation. So you choose a mantra, you choose a word or a couple of words that you will repeat over and over and over again. What this will do as well, it will bring you into the present. It will center you. It will prevent your mind from wandering everywhere. But what it will do, because the words that you will use have their own energy, their own positive energy, so it will empower your meditation and it will manifest the energy of that mantra. For example, you can meditate by repeating the mantra, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, as you continue to say thank you for 10 to 15 minutes, you will enter a state of gratitude. Raise your vibration and attract more. You can also use other mantras. I am love. I am bliss. I am divine. I am safe. All is provided for me. All my needs are provided for. I am protected. I have clarity. I am guided. So you can choose whichever mantra, whichever affirmation you want to work on, and you repeat. And you center, and you are calm, and you access the divine energy of that mantra. One final thing that I'd like to talk about in this first part of the workshop is habits. So I will advise that part of the whole package to remain centered is to practice good habits. Now we all know, we are all guilty, that in times of anxiety and disconnect, it is so easy for us to run to some substance or some practice that will bring us quick relief and comfort. We would run to alcohol, to drugs, to cigarettes, to food. All these people use to bring comfort and to bring relief to them when they are feeling stressed. We each have our poison, like they say. Although it might appear that we get relief from eating that second bowl of ice cream or that extra glass of wine, what we are in effect doing is that we are adding weight to our body and we are threatening our health. We are not solving our problem. Threats to our health and well-being exist in all forms of substances that we abuse. Anything in excess becomes an abuse and destroys our health. So if we are drinking because we are stressed, if we are smoking, if we are eating, craving, eating sweet things or overeating, just because we want comfort. I know when I want comfort, I tend to drink tea. I love tea, and I say that tea is my comfort drink. So anything that we do in excess to try and relieve something else will not benefit us in the long run. So practice good habits if we want to stay centered during difficult times. Stick to healthy habits. First of all, it's important to develop those habits so we can stick to them. So what are some habits that some good habits that we can stick to? We can exercise, because exercise will relieve stress and will help us manage our cravings. We can spend time with the family, talking together, doing some housework, or playing Ludo, or watching a movie together. We can start a hobby, gardening, sewing, what else? What kind of hobby? Any hobby that you love to do, you can, just dive into your hobby. Read a book, read a good book, a book that will help you learn. I remember a good 12 years ago, I had a miscarriage. So I was feeling like any other woman would feel, lost, lonely. And I took a book called The Harmonic Wealth. I went down to the old playground in town. I sat down on a tower with that book and I read that book just to have something else to do, to take my mind off the experience. And so I didn't choose a Mills and Bones. I chose something that I could learn, hopefully learn something from. So Harmonic Wealth is a beautiful book that teaches us, gives us techniques on how to improve our life, improve our financial situation. So I sat with that book and with my exercise book, my journal, and I answered the questions in there. So the guy talked about writing down the salary that you would like to have, the kind of life that you would like to have. So I did all those activities. And then, of course, I got out of my depression after a while and life carried on. And I put that journal away. And I finished that book. It was a beautiful book, and I've lent it to many people after that. And like years later, I was cleaning the house and I came across that journal. And I was about to throw it out, but before I threw it out, I was reading through. the questions and the answers. And I realized that the salary that I had put down, I had reached, and I was earning even more than I had planned. So in your state of difficulties, your downtime, choose something that will empower you, not things that will bring you down. So choose a good book, read, go through, and learn something new. Dance. As you dance, you move energy, and as you move energy, you change your emotion from being lonely and sad and depressed to being active and happy and joyful. So dance all the wild music, the wild songs. You can also try laughter yoga. I was doing laughter yoga with my son last week, and we were practicing laughing when you didn't want to laugh. It's a beautiful experience. You can just start laughing. You can laugh silently, like when you're in class and you cannot laugh at somebody's joke out loud, or in church. So you can practice laughing silently until it will bubble up and burst out into huge laughter. So you can practice laughter yoga. It will make you feel really, really good. So this is it. First part of the workshop, how to remain centered. Why it is important to be centered as a manner of summarizing. Being centered will keep us in the present, will keep us at peace, will give us joy, no matter what is happening around us. Being centered is important so that we don't go down into depression and defeat, and we don't lose faith. So how do we remain centered? First of all, we need to be in a state of acceptance. Accept that the situation that we are faced with is what it is. There's nothing different. It is what it is. So we accept it. And as we accept it, then we analyze, what can we do about it? It's there. What can we do about it? How can we continue to live? How can we live better given that situation? So we set up strategies, propose strategies. Once we've gotten our strategies, then we take action. We take action, we remain focused on our actions. And then we meditate, we pray to help us calm our mind, to help us get guidance, get clarity in our life. And we practice good habits. We keep away from habits that will destroy our mental and emotional and also physical health. Good habits will help us remain disciplined, remain focused on the journey. We remain centered. And if I may add as well, when we are facing difficult things, difficult situations, choose who we hang around. Hang around people who will elevate you, who will support you. Not people who will, gossip, or who will bring you further down by wallowing in that same problem. People who will listen, encourage you, guide you. Not people who will say, yes, mon Dieu, problème, c'est la vie, and then they start talking about other problems. You don't need those people around you. You need positive people. If you're going to have negative people around you, you might as well be by yourself. Focus by yourself. So have good habits. Surround yourself with the right encouragement and support. Okay, so we will take a segment break now. You can have your snack, have a glass of water, run to the bathroom, run to the fridge, and we'll resume in a few minutes. When you're ready, that is, you can resume. So you're back. We're back, and we very soon will be approaching the end of our workshop, the end of our time together. And I hope you found information inspiring, relevant, to help you deal with what is happening in your life. The second part of our workshop is to talk a little bit about how to remain connected. Now, before I move to how to remain connected, you know that you can share on WhatsApp your thoughts, your questions, your ideas, and I will answer those questions and thoughts and ideas. So we've talked about remaining centered. Now we want to talk about remaining connected. Now, when I was conceiving of this workshop, to me the idea of connection was an issue. I had met one of you. I may mention Nicolette. Nicolette, I went to deliver candles one day to her, and she had this yearning in her eyes. When will we be able to meet again and have our sessions? Then I was thinking, you know, a lot of people have the yearning to meet their family, their grandparents, to their friends, you know, to hug, to touch, to have a drink, to party. A lot of people have this deep yearning to meet people here in Seychelles, but to meet people overseas as well. I know some of you are waiting for your relatives to come. You have health issues and you want your relatives to be here with you, and they cannot be with you at the moment. And I pray that everything will be okay. God is good. I pray that your relatives will be able to be with you very soon. So we all yearn for this human, physical interaction. But what can we do in the meantime? So this is what I thought I'd share with you about remaining connected in the meantime. You know, the problem with us humans is very often we think that we are just this flesh, and we cannot see beyond this flesh. But we are more than this flesh. We are energy. We are light beings. And because we are energy, because we are light beings, we can also be in different places on an energy level. We can connect with each other on an energy level. You know how when you're in love, you've just fallen in love, you fall on your bed, you are filled with love, and you think of that special person, and you visualize all the beautiful things that you've said to each other, the things you've done, and the things you would love to do when you meet next. And you know how this beautiful feeling is. But with everything in our life, we can have this. We can go into our energy and we can visualize. So this is what I would advise you to do with your loved ones, with your grandparents that you cannot visit because you're being advised to stay away as much as possible, or when somebody is in quarantine or in isolation and you want to see the things that you can do. You can use your energy to do that. You can use your mind. You can use your emotion as powerful vehicles to help you connect with your loved ones and share your love with them. So one way of doing that is to sit or to stand, whichever, and to bring your attention to your heart. So the center of your chest, your heart center, the seat of love. And you can allow love to bubble up in that heart center for a while. If you cannot bring up love, you cannot conjure up the feeling of love, what you can do is think of someone or something. It can be a spiritual guide. It can be somebody you love. It can be a food you love. Think of that thing, of that one, and feel that love. So feel by association, by associating yourself with that person or that thing that you love. And then you will start generating love into your heart. And as you begin to feel that love in your heart, it bubbles up, it grows, it fills your whole body. You feel warm, you feel amazing, you feel joy. Then think of those people you would like to connect with, your loved ones. It can be one person, it can be a few of them. Visualize them in front of you. And from your heart center, just bring out a tube of love. It can be a big tube if you're going to send love to many people at the same time. It can be a smaller tube if you're going to send love to only one person. So just open up a huge or a smaller tube of love, of light. It can be pink light, it can be green light of love coming out from here, from your heart center. Visualize that tube of light go to those people, to your loved ones in front of you. And then you keep sending them love through that tube. You keep filling yourself with love, and you send love, you send love, you send love to them through that tube. And you feel and you see them being surrounded with your love and being filled with your love. See them dancing and jumping and smiling, basking in your love. And you will feel the warmth, you will feel the joy as well. And once you feel you've had enough of that love, you can also surround them with that love and then bring the love back to you. So it's like a blanket of love. It goes round, it surrounds them, and then it comes back to you. And it wraps around you so that you are basking in your love, that you share with them in their love as well. And you can visualize that as a pink or a green light, a green energy, or even gold if you love gold. Then when you're ready, you just give thanks and you smile and you let go and you bring back your tube until next time. Another way you can do it is to visualize all of us as soul energy. So we are all soul, we are all light, we are points of light. So you can visualize your family, your friends as points of light, as stars, little stars, and you as well as a little star. And so you see the stars dancing around each other, coming together, hugging each other, laughing, shining brightly, going around, playing. So you just have this playful visualization of you and your loved ones as points of light, as soul lights. And then when you're ready, you will go back to your own thing. You just clear the visualization. A beautiful thing to do is to tell your loved ones, tonight at 8, let us both sit and let us send love to each other. So you both do the activities and you can feel it more powerfully. This will bring you so much peace, so much calm, and so much joy until you can actually meet physically. The universe is made up of energy, all from the same source. We are all extensions of the same source of energy, God. And because of that, when we focus on connecting with each other on an energy level, we connect the extension of source in us to the extension of source in our loved ones. As we send love, we love ourselves a little bit more every time, every time. So keep sending love, keep blessing others and receiving love and blessings in return. We have come to the end of the session. I wait to read your comments, your sharings on WhatsApp, your questions if you have. And as we end, we give thanks for this beautiful 2 hours or so that we spend together. We thank God for the inspiration given to me. We thank God for blessing each other with the presence of each other. I can have a workshop, I can prepare a workshop, but if I don't have people attending, so I thank God for all your presence. I pray that you've been blessed by this workshop. I pray that the divine has talked to you through this workshop. Stay blessed, stay focused, stay disciplined, stay in the present, stay centered, and stay connected. Bless you. Until next time. Bye. Bye.